All right, you guys. My name is Lindsay, and welcome. This is Vinyasa level 2-3. So it's meant to be more on kind of the challenging side of things as compared to like a level 1 or a level 2. But what that means to me as a teacher and a practitioner are a couple of things. One, for tonight's class, we're going to have a really nice steady flow. So we're going to bring forward the flow part of the practice. And with that, there's not going to be like some embedded time for breaks, but if you want to take a child's pose at any point or reset or modify as you want, go ahead and do that. The other thing is that I'm not really going to give a lot of modifications for poses also. At a 2-3 level, you can modify as you'd like, but I'll kind of talk through only about 1 or 2 options, but you can do any other option that's out there. And also, I'm not going to cue a ton tonight either. I just want to get us moving and our breath flowing and just let the kind of natural power of yoga take over our practice for tonight as well. So I'll definitely cue you through the sequence, but not as much kind of like a detail of a cue. So we're going to flow together and have a great time. And I hope to connect with you guys another time soon. So let's head onto your mat if you're not there now. And we're going to get started out by stretching your quads and your hip flexors in Ardha Virasana, half hero's pose. I recommend a block, or you can sit on a blanket that's rolled up with your toes pointed back and your right foot out, your right leg out with your foot to the floor. And then once you're situated, you're going to lift your hips off the block, scoop your tailbone under, and put it back down. Again, a blanket is a really good prop here, or you can sit to the floor. I find sitting to a block actually gives me a longer and deeper stretch for my hip. Now, as you're here, you're going to press your left hip flexor kind of up into the top right corner of your ceiling. To kind of push your hip flexor away from you, and that might maximize the stretch a little bit. This part of our body, after sitting for a whole day, which likely many of you have been, this part of our body, the muscles get short. So we're just working on lengthening those muscles out, counterbalancing our body from what we've been doing to it the whole day. Good, take 3 breaths here. Maybe you lower onto your forearms for those last 3 breaths, but do keep your left knee grounded to the floor. If it lifts, then you've gone too far. Good. And then start to press yourself back up. Switch by holding onto your right shin, pull it back, hold onto your left shin, pull it forward. That way you protect your knee. Bring your hands back, scoop your tailbone under. Nice. And then your right hip flexor, you're going to press that to the left kind of corner of the room, up and over. So also for tonight's practice, we're not going to hold the poses a lot. The focus is a steady vinyasa flow. So the poses will usually hold for no longer than 6 or 7 breaths, except for some of these starting poses that we're holding now, and our finishing poses at the very end. If you want to lower onto your forearms, make sure that your tailbone is scooped under so you can readjust at any moment, and that your right knee is to the floor. Last breath here. Nice. Prop yourself back up to your hands if you're not there. Hold on to your right shin, pull it around, remove the block if you have it, come into a comfortable seat facing the front of your mat. Take your left hand down next to you, inhale your right arm up and lean over to the side. Or whichever arm you just did is fine. And then other side, inhale to switch, exhale to go over. This is to get your breath going. Inhale up, exhale over. Nice. Maybe doing that with a little smile on your face as well. Like a smile through your body that it just feels so good to move. Inhale to go up. Exhale to go over. 2 more. And this movement is a little quick. Nice. Last side. Come back up to center. Breathe in. Switch the cross of your legs. Breathe out. And then just fold over your legs for a few breaths. And targeting your outer hips, your back muscles, just getting some good length in the back of your body. Nice. Take one more breath here. Walk your hands back if they're forward. Swing your legs around. Come into a tabletop pose. Nice. Point your toes straight back, so don't curl them under unless you need to for any reason. And then with your toes pointed, lift your knees 2 inches off the mat. You might want to curl your toes, but don't. Doing this with your knees floating in a tabletop pose is going to activate your core. And having your toes pointed makes your core do more work to lift off the floor. So this might be harder than using your toes. Hold here for 5. Hug your core muscles towards your back. Keep your arms straight. One more breath here. And then plank pose. Upper body stays engaged. You just change your legs. Pick a point for your eyes to lengthen your neck and to turn your mind from any distraction to direction as you hold this. Not for much longer, I promise, just for 2. And then slowly, without reaction, downward dog, nice and consciously. Nice. Move around a little bit if you like. Kind of get some flow through your joints, your knees, your hips as you go side to side. And then lift up onto the heels of both feet. Turn your heels to the right so you're on the sides of your feet. Bend your knees a little bit and press back, and you'll get into your left lat, your left side body. So both heels are to the right. Therefore, your toes are facing the left. Nice. Keep holding for 3. If that's too much, just turn your heels less to the right. Inhale to come up on your tiptoes, back to center. And then exhale to the other side. Heels to the left. You might have to bend your knees a bit. I think you get more out of it when your knees are bent here. Press evenly into both hands and you'll feel a nice long stretch through the right side of your torso. Right arm, right shoulder, right lat, right side of your waist. Good. 2 breaths here. Come back up to the balls of your feet and to center. And then tiptoe with your legs as straight as you can, your feet all the way to your hands. Bending your knees or coming up onto your fingers as you need. Come into halfway lift at the front to lengthen your spine. And then forward fold to release your head and neck. Again, you guys, halfway lift to lengthen out your spine. Forward fold into a ragdoll for a few breaths. Hold your elbows. Let the weight of your head release and soften. Nothing too fancy here in this forward fold. Just a moment to ground your feet to the mat. And I didn't say this yet, but I'm very excited to be teaching this class. I love a strong, steady flow. And level 2, 3s are not often on the schedule, so I'm very happy to be teaching this tonight with you guys. So thanks for coming. Good. Lower your hands to the floor and bring your feet closer towards each other. Bend your knees and come all the way up to standing. And sweep your arms overhead as you inhale breath. Look up. And then hands at chest center. Good. Let's get your breath and body moving as one. Inhale, arms up overhead. Forward fold, half salutation. Halfway lift, lengthen your back. Forward fold, exhale, keep your legs as straight as you can. Come up to standing, maybe bend your knees to get there. Inhale. Hands at chest center. One more for breath. Inhale, sweep up. Exhale, forward fold it down. Halfway lift to lengthen, inhale. Forward fold and exhale. Rise to standing, inhale, breath. Hands to chest center, good. Sun salutation A. Inhale, sweep up, look back. Forward fold, release that down. Halfway lift to lengthen, inhale. Step or jump, chaturanga. Upward facing dog or cobra, your choice. Downward facing dog. Exhale, breathe here. So we're going to go through a couple rounds of Sun Sal A, keeping that connection of your breath and your movement. And you can modify this as you want or do variations as you'd like as well. One more breath. Inhale here. Exhale, bend your knees, step, hop, or float. Halfway lift, breathe in. Fold and breathe out. Inhale to standing, arms overhead. Hands to chest center. Again, inhale, sweep up. Exhale, forward fold. Halfway lift, inhale. Chaturanga, exhale. Good, upward dog, breathe in. Downward facing dog, breathe out, and we hold here. Feel your fingertips grip to the mat and feel your breath move steady. Inhale here. Exhale, bend your knees, step, hop, or float. Halfway lift, fold. Inhale, Urdhva Hastasana. Hands to Anjali Mudra, exhale. Inhale, Urdhva Hastasana, reach up. Forward fold, Uttanasana. Halfway lift, lengthen your chest. Chaturanga. Upward dog, inhale, breath. Downward dog, exhale, breath. Hold and breathe. So with this steady flow, we're going to generate considerable heat in your body tonight. So it'll be a sweaty flow as we move. Take one more breath as you inhale. Exhale, bend your knees, step, hop, or float. Half lift, inhale. Good, fold and exhale. Inhale to standing. Hands at chest center. Last one. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold. Follow the breath. Halfway lift. Inhale, length. Chaturanga, exhale. Upward dog, inhale. Downward facing, exhale. Hold here. If you like, for these last 3 breaths in down dog, bend your knees. You can look to your thumbs and jump up and then land back in downward dog. Do 1 or 2 more of those if you want. Nice. Now everyone step or jump to your hands. Halfway lift. Forward fold. Inhale to standing. Hands at chest center. Nice. A version of Sun Sal B. Arms up overhead. Sit into Utkatasana. And go to a depth where you can feel your thighs work. Or it starts to feel not quite comfortable, but you know that you're strengthening. Hold for 4. And make your arms active just as your legs are working. Inhale, breath. Fold and exhale. Halfway lift, inhale. Chaturanga. Upward dog, inhale, breath. Downward dog, exhale. Good, take your right leg up to the sky, inhale. Step your right foot to your hands, exhale. Good, warrior two as you inhale. Exhale, bend your front knee. And reach out from arm to arm, take up space. Be big through your reach. Take your back arm behind you. Try to reach for your front thigh. Inhale, go back as much as you want to for this reverse. Good, and then take your top arm inside of your front leg to your inner shin or to the block with this half bind. Take one more breath here. Reach your top arm back up, inhale, and then hands to the ground. One-legged plank, hover your right leg off the floor. One-legged chaturanga. Drop your leg, upward dog, inhale, both feet down. Downward dog, exhale, nice. Left leg to the sky. Step your foot between your hands, exhale, good. Warrior two, inhale. Bend your front knee, exhale, settle into that. Expand your wingspan, finger to finger, shoulder to shoulder, collarbone to collarbone. Take your back arm behind you, half bind behind your back as you hold here, and reverse at the same time. Press evenly into both feet. Remember your back foot as you go backward. Bring your top arm inside your front leg, like extended side angle with a half bind. Roll your top shoulder, your right shoulder back behind you. 3. Nice. 2. First, undo your bind, right arm up, inhale. Hands to the ground, one-legged plank, left leg hovers. Inhale here. Option to one-legged chaturanga. Drop your leg, upward dog, inhale. Downward facing dog, and exhale. Nice, guys. Take a couple breaths. Reset and breathe. Notice if you're feeling warmer yet. Good. One more inhale together. On your exhale, jump or float forward. Halfway lift, inhale. Forward fold and exhale. Chair pose, Utkatasana. Going into that depth where you feel it. Where you'd start to wonder how long we're going to hold this for. That's the depth that you want to be, that challenges you for these next 4 breaths. Stay here for 3. Arms are active as well. Nice. Inhale. Fold. Exhale. Halfway lift. Inhale. Chaturanga or skip it. Good. Upward dog. Inhale. Downward facing dog. Exhale. Good. Right leg up to the sky. Breathe in. Right foot to your hands. Exhale. Warrior two. Inhale. Settle into your warrior. Exhale. Bind behind your back with your back arm. And then reverse like that. Inhale. Nice. Stretch your side a lot. And then go to extended side angle with your half bind. Roll your top shoulder back. Breathe for 3. Nice. Now you're going to do something different. Look forward and down. Keep your half bind. Reach your bottom arm in front of you. Bounded half moon with your top arm behind your back. Yeah, just with the half bind here to start. You can use your block for your bottom hand. Kick your left foot back behind you and your heart out in front of you. Nice. One more breath. Take your arm out first like you're going up to regular half moon. Good. And then step back, one-legged plank with your right foot hovering. That's it. Take a deep breath in. One-legged chaturanga option. Upward dog, inhale. Downward dog, exhale. Whew. That's a good flow. Left leg up to the sky. Step your foot to your hands. Exhale. Warrior two. Inhale. On your exhale, settle into the pose. Take your right arm behind your back. Get as close to your thigh as you can. Reverse your warrior like this. Breathe for 3. Extended side angle with your half bind. Good. Keep your top shoulder going back and your back leg strong and active. Press through your back heel. Look forward and down in front of your left foot. Aim your left hand forward. Half moon with your half bind. It's a great time for a block for your bottom hand or a prop that's like that. Nice. If you fall out, you just tap and come back in for 3. Now, how you come out of the pose is just as important as the pose itself. So first, lift your right arm up to the sky, half moon. Both hands down like the splits. Step your right foot back. Hover your left foot, one-legged plank. Inhale. One-legged chaturanga. Upward dog, breathe in. Downward dog, breathe it out. Nice job, guys. Hold here, regather your breath. So we've got one more flow that's like that. And then we move on to more standing poses. Good, take one more breath here, inhale. Exhale, bend your knees, step, hop, or float. Halfway lift, inhale. Fold, release your head. Chair pose, bend your knees, arms high for 3. Sit into your lowest depth. One more breath, inhale, heart high. Fold and exhale. Halfway lift, inhale. Chaturanga, exhale. Upward dog, inhale. Nice, downward dog, breathe it all the way out. Right leg up as you breathe in. Right foot forward, exhale. Warrior two, inhale. Settle into your feet, exhale, good. Half bind with your left arm behind you and reverse at the same time, 3. Nice, maybe get a little bit more reach behind your back. Extended side angle with a half bind still, or full bind here. Lengthen your chest forward instead of dipping down. Make sure to lift. Like you're leaning back, look to the ceiling. Look forward and down in front of your right foot. Half moon with a full bind, a half bind, or no bind at all. Nice. Breathe for 3. If you fall out, just tap as gently as you can and come back in. If you have your bind, under your hands, standing splits. Nice, guys. Step your left foot back. Right foot to a hover and a one-legged plank. Inhale. One-legged chaturanga. Upward dog, breathe in. Downward dog, breathe out. One more time, left leg up. Inhale, breath. Step to your hands. Exhale. Warrior two. Inhale, open. Exhale, settle. Good. Back arm behind you. Half bind. Reverse at the same time. Breathe in for 3. Lengthen your side body. Extended side angle with your half bind or with your full bind. Feel both feet evenly into the floor. Turn your chest to the ceiling up above you. Good. Now look forward and down in front of your front foot. Take 1 or 2 steps, half moon with a bind or without a bind. Move steady and unrushed. Even as it gets more challenging, for 3. Nice, guys, for 2. If you have your bind, undo your arms, hands to the ground, both of them down. Right foot back, left foot to one-legged plank, left foot hovers, inhale, chaturanga. Up dog, breathe in. Downward dog. Breathe it out. Nice. Now to close out our salutations, we're going to do a couple more hops, just one last time. If you like, either hold your down dog or look between your thumbs, bend your knees, and hop up. Good. 2 or 3 more times. Keep your breath. And now everyone jump your feet to your hands. Halfway lift. Forward fold and stay here. Good. Take your feet about 6 inches apart or a little wider. Interlace your hands at your low back. Hug your shoulder blades towards each other. And bring your arms overhead. In this version of forward fold. Allow your head to hang. So maybe shake it out yes and no. And then let it be still. You just did a lot of movement, so take some time to feel that. To let your body take it in. Just 3 more breaths. And then release your hands down to the ground, forward fold. Good. Walk your feet closer towards each other. Bend your knees considerably and then come all the way up to standing. Inhale, up, 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 arms overhead. Hands at chest center. Nice, guys. Standing hand to knee or foot. So ground your left foot. Raise your right leg up and hold on to your right knee. Or reach to your big toe with your right hand. This is a good time for a strap, to wrap the strap around the ball of your foot. If you like, stay here or kick your leg out. It could be partially straight or fully straight. And then bring your right leg out to the right and your left arm out to the left. Now, if you're feeling steady and you're like, that's it, I want you to get taller. Think of getting taller, yeah, through your standing leg, through the crown of your head. Good. Keep the connection of your hand to knee or foot. Bring your leg back to center. And then switch your hands. So place your left hand to the outside of your foot or the outside of your right knee. If you want, kick your leg out and twist back to the right. You're still on the left leg. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist. Nice. You're not a better yogi for having your right leg be straight or bent. Listen to your body. Do what you want in your practice tonight. Then come back to center. Stay on your left foot, arms overhead, right knee high. And then kick your leg back and go to twisted half moon. Right hand to the floor or block. Left arm up to the ceiling. Take 3 breaths here. So you inhale, lengthen through your spine and back leg. Exhale and rotate up and to the side. Very slowly, forward fold. Nice. That left leg and left glute just got a lot of work there. That was a great job. You bend your knees, come all the way up. Inhale, Urdhva Hastasana. Hands at chest center. Good, other side. Lift your left knee up. Hold on to your knee or reach for your big toe or foot. Before you kick your leg out, stand straight and then left leg out in front of you. Left leg out to the left. Whether your knee is bent or straight, left leg to the left. Right arm out to the right. And from the center, you lift out of your standing foot, out of your standing hip, through your chest and neck and top of your head. 2 more breaths. If you fall out, again, tap and come back. Come back to center. Switch your hands, standing hand to your foot with a twisted variation. And then your left arm will go back behind you. Whew. This is a very deep stretch for me in my outer hip and hamstring. Perhaps you feel the same. Keep with that length through your spine and your bottom leg for 2. Awesome, guys. Come back to center. Bend your knee. Arms up overhead. Slowly go back towards twisted half moon. Left hand comes to the block or floor. Good pose for a block. Right arm comes out and up as you twist to the right for 4. Good. Keep strengthening your right leg as you hold this for 2. Lift your back leg and slowly fold without reacting. Fold consciously. Release here in your forward fold. And then come all the way up to standing. Arms overhead. Inhale, breath. Hands at chest center. Good. Eagle on your left side. So your left arm comes underneath. Left leg goes up and around as you bend both knees. Keep your chest as vertical as you can and your elbows aligned with your shoulders. Maybe your bottom foot wraps around your leg, but it doesn't have to. Just hug it towards your bottom leg. Breathe for 3. Find that steady inhale and exhale. Good. Keep the bind of your arms and unbind your legs. Left leg up, left leg up. Lean forward for bounded warrior 3. So your arms are bound in eagle. Kick your back leg behind you with your chest parallel to the floor. Now very slowly bend your front knee and step your left foot all the way to the back of the mat. Lower your back knee to the ground. Point your back toes. This arm bind is going to help you back bend. So move your hips forward. Pull your upper body back and lift using your bottom arm as the pusher to take you up and back. 4. See more of the ceiling for 2. And then release your hands to the mat. Curl your back toes under. Standing splits. Left leg up to the sky. Hands to the floor. And if you like, stay here to stretch your hamstring or handstand hops. Good. For 4. 3. And forward fold at the front of your mat. Release that. Bend your knees, come up to standing slowly. Inhale, arms up. Hands at chest center, ground your feet. Other side, right arm comes underneath, eagle, Garudasana. Right leg comes over top. Right arm under, right leg over. Bend both knees, sink low. So it's like you're in this bounded up chair pose. Hug your inner thighs towards each other and your forearms towards each other as well. Set your eyes to a single point. Like you've got that eagle vision, that strong, steady gaze. Lift your right knee up, keep your arms bound. Bounded warrior 3. Yeah, tilt forward with your upper body. Kick your right leg back. Spread your back toes. Get active from fingers to toes for 2. And then here's your slow step to the back of your mat. Lower your knee to the floor. Point your back toes. Hips go forward and down. Inhale, core in. Exhale, lean back. Good. Go as far back as you like. Using your arms to help you for 3. And then hands to release. Slowly frame your front foot. Standing splits. You can have your hands come to blocks to stretch your hamstring out. Or step your back foot, your front foot back. Ground your hands and take a couple of hops. Your hops can be an inch off the floor, or 6 inches, or all the way up to handstand. For 3, for 2, and forward fold, release it down. Take a breath, wipe your sweat, and come all the way up to standing, arms overhead, inhale. Hands at chest center. Good, let's take one sun salad. Inhale, arms up, lean back. Forward fold, exhale it down. Halfway lift to lengthen. Chaturanga or skip it. We'll meet in downward dog. Good, breathe here in your dog pose. Good, one more breath. I'll take your right leg up to the ceiling like we did before. Bend your top knee. Turn your hips to the right. Now be very mindful of the texture of your floor. It might be more slippery than the studio or less. But flip your dog over to a wild thing or a flip dog. Press up and out of your bottom shoulder. And reach overhead as you look overhead and stretch the whole front of your body. 3. Press your left hip to the ceiling. Good, reach your right arm back up. Slowly flip back. 3-legged dog with your right leg to the ceiling. Bring your knee to your nose. Hold and round your back. Look forward, lightly step your foot to your hands. Awesome. Warrior 1. Ground your back heel. Arms up overhead. On your exhale, settle into the depth of the pose. Nice. Reach up through your ring fingers. Now make goalpost arms. Move your hips forward and down. Now lift your chest up and back. Hips go forward and down. Chest goes up and back. And lift your chest center to the ceiling. Take your arms back out of your peripheral vision for 3. Inhale your arms up, straighten your front leg now. Good, and then hands to your hips. Let's go to pyramid pose. You're gonna shorten your stance and widen it. Turn your hips to the front of your mat and start to hinge over your hips. Feel free to bend your right knee as you want. Hands to the blocks or hands to the floor. If you want for tonight, turn your fingers to face the back of your mat and walk your hands backward with your arms straight as you want. Now, if you're going to measure the pressure under each foot, that pressure would be the same weight. So find equal weight under both feet. Nice. Twisted triangle. Walk your hands forward if they were backward. Left hand outside your front foot. Right arm up to the sky. And your right hip is going to want to creep forward, but press your outer right hip to the back wall. Find that equal pressure in both feet. That's where the pose starts. That's where it's built. 3, and from the foundation, reach and lengthen and grow and open. Hands to the floor. Nice work. Step back to plank pose again. Nice. And we're going to do one of my favorite little core things called a plank walk. So you're going to bring your right knee to your right arm, right knee to your left arm, and then you're going to kick your right foot back outside of your left foot. So you're kind of twisted. Bring your left knee to your left arm, left knee to your right arm, and then back. So you're twisted. Right knee to right knee to left, and back. Left knee to the opposite arm, and back. Keep going with that. If you're not quite getting it, you can just do knee to elbow and alternate. For 4. Nice, guys. 3, Stay strong. 2, one more. Resituate your feet, regular plank. Inhale, downward dog. Exhale. Good. Snuck that one in there. Let's go to the other side. Lift your left leg up to the sky. Inhale. Bend your top knee. Turn your hips to the left. Stay here or flip your dog all the way over. Or wild thing. So this is the part about being in a group class with other people at a studio that's beneficial. That when it gets extra challenging, we don't just rest in our shavasana, but the energy of others motivates us. Flip back, 3-legged down dog, left leg high. So you are your yoga class tonight. Step your left foot forward to your hands. Warrior 1. Bend your front knee. And if you're fortunate enough to do this with someone else, help each other through your presence, through your breath, through your drive. Good. Bend your arms like a goalpost. Now bring your arms back out of your peripheral vision. Move your hips forward and down and lift your chest up and back. 4. Keep working into that back bend for 2. Inhale your arms up and straighten your front leg. Hands to hips and then shorten your stance. Find your feet. Parsvakonasana, pyramid pose. So the key is that your hips are facing forward to the front of your mat. Your back foot's going to be on like a 45 angle out to the right. But fold your chest all the way down. Maybe flip your hands so that your fingers face the back of the mat and you walk them back. Keep your feet where they are. Walk your hands forward and then right hand to the outside of your front foot, twisted triangle, Parivrtta Trikonasana. Left arm to the sky, and this left hip is gonna wanna come forward, but draw it back. Inhale for length. Exhale to rotate. Find that even weight under both feet. There you go. 2 breaths. Hands down to the floor. Nice work. Here we go. Step back to plank pose. You're almost to the floor. Let's start with your left leg. Left knee, left arm. Go above your elbow if possible. To right arm and back. Right knee, right arm. To left arm and back. Left knee to left. To right, back. Right knee to right, left, back. Keep going. 4. You don't have to go much faster, but do try to go forward. Try to get your knee as close to your arm as you can. Nice, guys. Last one. And then resituate your feet for plank. Breathe in. Downward dog. Exhale. Ah. Nice. Full breath in together. And full breath out. And lower onto your knees. Sit back to your heels. Vajrasana. Just take a breath or 2. I'm going to move into a couple of back bends here, which we've prepared for. We've opened up the front of our hips, the front of our body, our shoulders a bit. So you can watch me first, but we'll curl our toes under, hold on to the heels so that the L of your hand is holding to your heel. Okay, go ahead and do that. And then you're going to lift your hips, scoop your tailbone under, and come into camel, or you can use your fingertips to your heels. Keep either your neck at neutral or lower it back if that's okay. 4, 2, slowly come out how you came in. Hips go back, head goes last, lift your head up. Nice. Hold here, you'll get a stretch at the bottoms of your feet with your toes curled. And now point your toes, sit back, Vajrasana. Okay, we're going to do that again. Just take a breath here before we do. We're going to continue with our steady flow, coming all the way up. Curl your toes. Sorry, I just did the opposite of what I said we would do. Hold on to your feet first, fingertips, or with more of your hands. Press and go. If you want to, for the second time, point your feet instead of being on your toes. 4. Drive your pelvis forward. Nice. For 2, keep that open. Sit to your heels. Head comes up. Hands to your thighs. Keep your toes curled. Maybe get your pinky toes under if they're sticking out. Hold here for 10. 8. Let your eyes close if you like. 3. Nice. Sit off to one side. Swing your legs around in front of you with your feet to the floor and your knees bent. Kind of prepping for your bridge pose, where we're going to go next. So just check that your heels are underneath your knees, not behind your knees, but right underneath your knees. Hands down next to you. And before we go up to bridge, I want you to bring your right knee to your chest without touching it and kick your right heel up to the ceiling. Good, just get that action. And then bend your right knee, place your foot to the floor, other side, left knee into your chest without touching your leg. Kick your leg up to the ceiling. Bend your knee, place your foot back down. Yeah, we're gonna do that in bridge pose in just a moment. So take a breath in. Exhale, press into your feet, shimmy your shoulders under your back, interlace your hands. Now drive your heels to the floor and drive your pelvis up to the sky equally at the same time. Both those actions, feet and pelvis. Now walk your feet a little closer towards each other. Right knee to your chest, and then kick up to the sky. And this is going to make your left glute, hamstring, and thigh work a lot. Hold 4. Hold 3. Hold 2. Slowly place your right foot back down. Other side. Left knee in. Kick your foot up to the sky. Make your right leg work a lot. Strengthen your muscles and the muscles of your mind for 3. Place your foot down. Keep your hips up. Bridge pose for 3. Get all that good space. And release to the floor. Exhale out. We are moving and grooving tonight. All right, we're just about to settle down, but we've got 2 wheel poses here. Hands back to your shoulders. Option to go to bridge. I encourage wheel if you can do it. Take a full breath in. Scoop your tailbone. Press all the way up. Nice. If you want to in wheel, hold here or walk your feet closer towards each other. Lift your right knee to your chest. Kick your right leg to the sky. 4. 2. Place your right foot down and everyone lower to the ground. Release that. Release what was. Bring in what is. This new moment, new opportunity. Good, and we're going to go one more time together. Wheel or the other side in one-legged wheel. Set your hands. Come all the way up to wheel. Urdhva Dhanurasana. Good. If you want to, walk your right foot a little closer to center. Left knee towards your chest. Kick your leg up to the sky. 4. Hold your back bend wherever you are for 2. Good. Place your foot down if it's up. Slowly lower to the floor. Into Supta Baddha Kona with your feet touching and your knees wide. One hand at your chest, one hand at your belly. Your heart rate may have picked up a bit, especially if you're doing wheels. Back bends are invigorating. Let the weight go out from your chest. Release the pressure there. Good. And you've taken practice with me before. You know that after back bends, I love to do at least just a little bit more core work because it just helps the muscles of your back start to reset so that you feel good later tonight after your practice. Okay, legs up to the sky. So we're doing some core to reset your back. You can bend your knees. Arms next to you. Good. And start by taking your right leg to a hover and back up. You can do this from bent knees, or you can do this from straight legs. If you want to keep your knees bent the whole time, then you tap your right heel just to almost to like you're just grazing the mat. Good, guys. Otherwise, your legs are straight. 10 on each side. The key here is to press your low back to the ground. That's where you're going to get the benefit of doing this core work after your back bends. This is the last bit of work that we're doing, and then we cool down. 4, 3, 2, nice. 1, and then you're going to have a hold, of course. So both feet hover. Lift your head and chest. Lift your hands for a low boat. 5, 4, 3, 2, and release to your back. Ooh. Hug your knees into your chest. Roll front to back 3 times. So 1, go all the way towards your neck, all the way to your feet. After the 3rd roll, come up to a seated position, facing the front of your mat. Good. And then extend your right leg out in front of you. Cross your left foot over top. And then you're going to lean to the side, get this leg to wrap as an option. Ardha Matsyendrasana, and you're going to rotate and twist to the left. Now, as you twist, set your legs up so that your bottom knee faces straight forward. You can kind of see that my bottom knee hopefully is center with the camera there. So keep that as you press back and twist to your left. If you want, you can reach your top arm towards the front knee and hold it. You may have to move your arm around a little bit. And look over your back shoulder. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, rotate. Nice, you guys. Come back to center and slowly release that twist. Good. Legs come out. Left leg stays out. Right leg crosses over top. Lean to the side and wrap your leg around. Ardha Matsyendrasana. Seated twist. And then left arm up. Inhale. Exhale. Hook and rotate to the right. And if you want, align your bottom knee straight towards the front of the room. So you can do that variation soon. If you like, look towards your front knee. Reach your left arm in that direction. Now, I have long arms, so this is easier for me. So sometimes it's not just about how flexible we are or how strong we are, but just the proportion of our bones to each other. So remember that you're on this path of growth and development, and at the same time, you've got to give ourselves a little bit of slack and remember that we're doing a great job. One more breath here. Nice. Come on back to center. Okay, soles of your feet touch. If you want more of an inner hip stretch, like a groin stretch, bring your heels close to you. If you want more of an outer hip stretch, make like a diamond shape with your legs. I'm going to go for the outer hip stretch, so my feet are further out. And then start to fold over your legs. If you're going for the outer hip stretch, you want the arches of your feet to be where your head would fall. If you're going for the inner hip stretch, your head would well go over your feet. Good. 4 more breaths here to lengthen out your hips and your back muscles. And then very slowly walk your hands back. Lift all the way up. Come onto your back. Preparing for your final rest. And make any movement you like to make before your Shavasana. So you can take a happy baby. You can kick your legs overhead for a plow pose or shoulder stand. Good. Just about 3 or 4 more breaths. And before you go to Shavasana, do something symmetrical, even if it's for 1 breath. Something where your left and right is doing the same, like hugging your knees to your chest. And then release your legs down to the ground. Good. Take your hair tie out if you like, and if you have one in. Move your props away from your body. If you have a blanket that's nearby, maybe drape it over top of you, or at least over top of your pelvis and hips. And everyone take a nice, easy inhale breath, followed by a steady, easy exhale. And just let your breath come to an effortless rhythm. In Shavasana, all effort stops. In Shavasana, we allow ourselves to be. So relax the muscles of your jaw and your eyes. And for the next minute, allow your body to melt into the floor. If you want to stay here longer, please feel free to do so. I recommend at least another 3 or 4 minutes in Shavasana. Otherwise, if you'd like to come out, bend your knees, feet to the ground, and roll to your right side. Press yourself up to a comfortable seat facing the front of your mat, legs crossed and eyes closed. On your inhale breath, sweep your arms out and overhead, gather up your practice and pull it down to your chest center. And bring your thumbs to your forehead center and your chin towards your chest as a gesture of recognition, acknowledgement for yourself, from yourself, for being here today. We honor that light and that beauty in ourselves and in others. Wonderful job, you guys. You can open your eyes. Great practice. Thanks for hanging with me for this level 2-3 class. I had a great time. Again, my name is Lindsay, and I'll be here every other week. So I'll be back at this time in 2 weeks. And also with that too, you can check out any other classes or workshops I have going on at yogawithlindsay.com. And Lindsay is spelled with an AY. So I have an upcoming yoga philosophy course that starts Thursday. So I've got spots if you want to join me. Thanks, guys. Have a great rest of your Tuesday night. I appreciate it.